Hey, yo, what's the deal? Miss your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording right now, it is 9:52 p.m., but the upload time is 11:30. But between 11:30 and 11:45 p.m., August 25th, 2025, and this is the last video of the night. You know what I'm saying? I forgot that Raw was overseas tonight. You know what I mean? So I was wondering, like, why the fuck, what's actually going on? Why I'm not seeing reviews for Raw? They're okay. That's why. They're overseas and such. Professional wrestling is one of those things that when it affects one person, it affects all, right? And it doesn't matter what company you work for, what promotion you work for and such. Professional wrestling as a whole, everyone looks out for each other. Every single body. In my line of work, we all look out for each other. We all make connections and things like that. Like we are all down for one another, right? We're a fraternity. Professional wrestling is a fraternity. So when what happened, to Syko Stu, when it happened with the unfortunate brutal attack on Syko Stu by that piece of shit Rampage Jackson happened. The whole professional wrestling industry, they spoke out. They completely spoke out and such. WWE cut ties with the promotion, Knox Pro Wrestling, whatever the fuck you call that promotion. You know what I mean? They cut ties with them after the incident. They were a WWE ID affiliate, right? And so, this is Rikishi's promotion. He might be affiliated with it, right? This is in California. But you see a lot of people come together, for Syko Stu and showing the respect. Even I showed respect. I went on his Instagram. I went on my personal Instagram and, I gave some words of encouragement to Syko Stu because it was fucked up. This man's career could possibly be over. You know what I'm saying? The last thing I heard about the incident was that he lost a lot of his teeth, and I think he choked on his teeth and blood twice. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's going to be a lot more stuff coming out of it. And then, what's this guy's name? AJ Mena, whatever the fuck. There's some dude. Some pimp dude, some dude for that promotion saying, "Oh, it was a work." That wasn't a fucking work, nigga. That wasn't a fucking work. Talking about, oh, give him a receipt. He did that in character. No, the fuck it wasn't, bitch. No, it wasn't. You know what I mean? Rampage Jackson basically, he disrespected the entire pro wrestling industry. To the point where, people are probably going to second guess bringing some of these people in there, some of these MMA people in there and such. But then again, you really can't blame, the MMA people in there because they're also professional wrestling fans, right? So they're always also around pro wrestlers. So they should have known better. He should have known better. He should have known way better. He knew nothing about the fucking business. You know what I'm saying? And also I seen the video again, and it seemed like, some of his subscribers were kind of like egging him on and such. And he let them fester, and he let it bother him, and look what happened. Know what I mean? Like I said, he should be in fucking prison by now. He should be locked under the fucking prison. You know what I mean? Because it was more than fucking heinous, B. You know what I mean? This is a disgrace. You know what I mean? Like, someone compared this to the mass transit incident. I think this is up there. This is clearly up there with the mass transit incident. Because the mass transit incident was beyond fucked up. We know that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm shocked that New Jack, out of all people, did not get, any criminal time. I mean, put it this way: if they had social media back then, yeah, he definitely would have got. Cause you know what I mean? Because someone would have recorded it, and they would have posted it online for the whole world to see. But this is bad. You know what I mean? This makes him. And then what I found out also, and I didn't even see this until today. Someone actually pinned, Syko Stu after the beating. I'm like, yo, fire these motherfuckers, yo, seriously. And the ref counted 3, 1, 2, 3. But pro wrestling is a fraternity. And I'm absolutely fucking sure. I am beyond sure. May God strike me dead if I'm lying. I am beyond sure that if a professional wrestling company, an independent professional wrestling company, want to bring this kid in for an event, you know what I'm saying, for to like a special guest and such, I doubt that happens. I highly doubt that happens. But you never know, because these promotions have been bringing back people from the fucking from the speaking out movement. You know what I mean? But if a professional wrestling company, even considers bringing this motherfucker in, I guarantee you, I personally guarantee you, because of what happened with Syko Stu, someone's gonna, not only check this dude, check Roger Jackson, but they're gonna fuck with him. Now they got a reason to fuck with him. And then his father's a piece of shit too. I've seen videos, for the last couple of weeks, I've been seeing videos of, him and Roger and such, and the way how he treats Roger. Rampage Jackson is a piece of shit father. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, my half Japanese kids go to college, but yet I got side money for Roger because I know he's going to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's fucked up. But Roger has some mental issues, though. He definitely has some mental issues. And the fact that, we all know where he got that from. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen, there's issues there between Rampage Jackson and Roger Jackson, too. You know what I mean? With the way how he raised him. Like I said, Rampage Jackson's a piece of shit. But like I said also, someone is going to test Roger Jackson. I know someone is waiting, and who knows, maybe someone might plan it like, hey, look, man, we would like for you to come, to our event, to our professional wrestling event, and yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? So we could show you how wrestling really works. Someone's going to test him. I guarantee you someone's going to fuck with him. You know what I mean? Someone's definitely going to fuck with him. Why? Because he spit in the face of professional wrestling. He spit in the face. You know what I mean? He spit in the face of professional wrestling. And I'm like, yo, I hope to God this kid get his receipt. You know what I'm saying? I hope the receipt work. I hope someone gives him a motherfucking receipt. You know what I mean? Because like I said, that shit was beyond uncalled for. That was more than uncalled for. You know what I'm saying? And man, like he basically disgraced this sport that I fucking love, man. He just, with the bullshit that he did, like, wow. People shit on Logan Paul. And, people shit on Logan Paul and such, right? But I don't see Logan Paul going out to do what the fuck he did. Do what the fuck Roger Jackson did. You know what I mean? I don't see him doing that. Logan Paul loves professional wrestling. You know what I mean? So the fact that, you wanna go and, ridicule someone like Logan Paul and such, for getting into this business. He loves this business, so he gets the business quick. For someone like Roger Jackson, I mean, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. And going back to Syko Stu, I don't know if he's going to be wrestling again. I don't. Honest to God, I don't. I really don't. Because again, this man used professional wrestling as a way to escape, from his PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD. You know what I'm saying? And the guy might never fucking wrestle again. I don't know. I honestly do not know. But that's fucked up. And you know what? If I'm Syko Stu's family, or am I fucking filing lawsuits, boy? I'm suing the shit out of Rampage. Yes, I'm suing that motherfucker. I'm suing everything that, what's his face got? Roger Jackson got? You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I know JD from New York. Put a raw review. Oh, I'm gonna watch that in a bit. I would sue, Roger Jackson, Rampage Jackson, and I would sue the fucking promotion. I would shut that shit down completely. And I'll sue the shit out of Rikishi too. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what the fuck he's gonna say. But anyway, guys, I'm about to be out. You know what I mean? So real quick, Wednesday I had to take care of something. You know what I mean? So, the videos might be a little limited and such, on Wednesday, but fuck it. I will be dropping videos because I want to see what news comes up and shit, right? So I'm going to definitely holler at y'all. Y'all have a good night and y'all take care, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace.